Some kind of orange going on here, isn't it? I like traveling in my safety orange or safety yellow, you know. I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but I don't get stopped very often. I haven't had a encounter with the police in quite some time. Used to, it was a regular event, but lately I've either learned to be very well behaved, or I've just been real lucky. Last time I got stopped, though, I just got a warning. You know, part of it was I was in the company truck, I think, and the other part of it is I had on my safety orange t-shirt, and that sort of gives the impression that you're standing out in the road with them, just like they are, you know, half the time, you know. So I don't know, might not have anything to do with it, but when I'm traveling long distance, I like to wear the safety yellow or safety orange. Actually, safety yellow is my favorite. Ain't gonna lie, love it. And they're cheap too. These shirts at Walmart, I usually go for the pocket one, which is about $5 a piece. But you know, and they stand out well. You know, if I'm down on the farm working the fences, and the wife can't find me for what she thinks might be I've been gone a little too long. You know, I'm easy to spot up the fence row. And hey, you know, I have had a heart attack, so that'd be another good reason to be very visible, you know. Anyway, headed back to Louisiana, 4th of July, Monday. Should get to the hotel about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. Been listening to some NPR radio on this ride. I like to sort of, you know, I listen to conservative talk radio, but you know, I also like my national public radio. They put a more liberal spin on most things, which is good to get both sides of the story. And don't, you know, when you just sit and listen to one thing all the time, you tend to go to thinking that's the only mindset there is. And, you know, this whole world's about give and take. But anyway, I was talking about a smart city project they've got going on in New York City. Very interesting. Going to have low housing, lower rent and upper scale, and work and school and fire department all in this. I think it's a Hudson Rail project. I think is what they said. Pretty interesting. They're hoping to open the doors on it by 2018. And the smallest building in the thing is like 50 stories. So it's going to be a pretty huge city within a city, I reckon. Pretty interesting, though, the way their concept. Hydraulic garbage disposal for the buildings, where things just sort of drop right down and get swept away into a collection area where things are sorted and such. Interesting. I don't like the big cities very much, but I do get around in them fairly well. I'm not afraid of public transportation at all. I actually rather enjoyed it when I was working in Miami. It was very enjoyable able to hop on that train and take off to downtown and just breeze right on by those folks sitting in their car on I-95. You know, I could read or catch up on work, get the laptop out, you know, and that I don't know what they call those things down there. I think it's like the tri-rail, and then you switch over and you can get on the actual thing that's kind of like above street subway, and it'll take you a little ways, and then you get on this little rig that's kind of like a bus that's riding around above the city down there, and it actually would let me right out in front of the phone office. At the time, it was two different entities. AT&T and Bell South were two different things. Now they're both called AT&T. There's still two different things. It's the long distance and the local service. Two separate buildings, but they're right across the street from each other. So drove that big truck into town one time, dropped off all my tools, and then from there on out, left the truck at the hotel. It was anyway, like I say, I get around good in big cities, but it's not my favorite place to be. I'm much more like having a little room, and I definitely don't like the restrictions they put on you in big cities as far as New York's gun control and and the fact that they want to control how much soda you drink. What's up with that? Anyway, just riding down the road bored. Thought I'd try out my new little tripod. I forgot my big tripod this week. I was kind of in a rush getting out the door, running just a fuzz later than I like to leave. I like to get to the room in time to keep my shoes off and chill for a minute, get over that I call white line fever. And just I never can just get right straight out of the truck and go to sleep, you know. But well, this little guy decides he's gonna speed up to my speed now that I get beside him. Don't you hate when people do that? You're rolling along, you got your cruise control set, come up on somebody that's going slow, and fall out to go around them, and suddenly they hammer it. Oh, and he's running up on them. We're fixing to lose this lane. He's a genius. He run right up to the barrels. He just about got himself one of them orange barrels. Anyway, well, I did some looking in that beehive that I thought had swarmed, and evidently it must have swarmed, but it evidently didn't happen last week. It either swarmed or something happened and the queen died, and they didn't. There's very little brood left in there. The numbers are down, and absolutely no eggs or larvae. So I didn't have time to do anything with it this morning, and I just didn't make up my mind what I wanted to do with it yesterday when I realized what was going on. I don't know. I'm giving real serious thought to just combining it with one of those swarms, and going that way. Or I could combine it with one of the smaller, weaker splits. Although I've got those splits in 5-frame nukes right now. I guess what I could do is go ahead and move one of those nukes into a 10-frame box, and then spray me a feed sack with a little bit of sugar water, or maybe put some honey in some water and put it on there, and that would I'd give them about a day to get to know the queen scent in that little 5-frame. They come out with a little 5-frame split, and go from there. That'll probably be my best move. It would ensure that little 5-frame nuke that's doing the worst of the two that have made it. I was really disappointed about that when I realized that little green one in the middle was dead out. I'll not be making mid-season splits again. And I'll definitely not be doing 2 splits out of 1 hive again. I want to go into winter with good, strong boxes, double deep hive bodies, fully packed. So, first spring splits, and then from there on out, just manage the swarm cells. That's next year's plan. Remind me of that if I go to talking about making more splits. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good, safe, happy Independence Day. I'm not doing too bad. I'd rather be home grilling, but grilled yesterday, invited my mom over. Like I said, me and the wife are empty nesters now, so. But invited mom over, had a good time. Her and her sister ran up to the Tennessee line. She went to Huntsville to visit her sister. I went to church with her yesterday morning. Then after church, they ran up to the Tennessee line and bought a bunch of lottery tickets. I think the Mega Millions is up to, this road is rough, huh? I think the Mega Millions is up over $400 million. So we'll see how that works out for her. Hey, wouldn't be a bad thing. If I won the lottery, it'd be white boxes full of bees all over my property. And you wouldn't catch me in a phone office ever again. I don't know. I do enjoy this job. The traveling's the worst part about it. You can't bring these buildings to you. You got to go to them. But I do enjoy the work. I really do. It's I always have enjoyed the work. It's not easy work. You're pulling cable and wow, this is a rough old patch of road. I guess I could have chose a little bit smoother little patch of blacktop to do a video on, huh? Y'all bouncing all over the place. I'm gonna have y'all motion sick. But it's hard work, but I've been in it so long till I can drill the holes, mount the equipment, pull the cable, crimp the cable, fuse it up, and then certain things. This particular piece of equipment here that I'm working on, I can't turn it up yet. But there's a lot of this stuff that I put in that once I'm done putting it in, I'll plug the laptop into it and provision it and make it talk, integrate it in with the rest of the network, and put it to making money. But this particular piece of equipment, it's my first time to install it. Anyway, guys, just bored riding down the highway. Got tired of listening to talk radio and thought I'd fire up the camera and talk to y'all. Try out my new little dash dash tripod. It rides pretty good. Like I said, I could have chose a little better stretch of road to do this on, but that little tripod's hanging on nice, nice and tight. But anyway, guys, happy Independence Day. Had a great little barbecue yesterday evening, and so I ain't too bummed about having to go back to work. Hopefully this will be my last week on this project. I may have to come back down here to Louisiana, but hopefully this will be my last week on this one. I should be able to close it this week. Yeah, we're bouncing all over the place here. I got out of the camera. So, all right, guys, y'all take it easy. Jason, out. Well, looky here. I'm following singer and songwriter Zach Day from Cotton Country. ZachDayMusic.net. I feel like I've had a brush with a celebrity. had a sticker on the side of his door that said Party Patrol. That's funny.